I-N-C-R-E-D-I-B-L-E if it's bad as he. I-N-C-R-E-D-I-B-L-E, that's who we be. Yep, you the bomb.
Yo, what's going on? It's Travis K back with another vlog, man. I told you I was coming back in a couple of hours, man. Got my boy Blackwell with me from up the street, man. Blackwell, you trying to tell YouTube something? Swag all day, son. Hey, I was at my boy Derek's house yesterday night. Me and Christina went over there and we was chilling. I was talking to a couple of my friends about how, I don't know, maybe when I was in 8th grade or something like that, I realized there's a whole lot of ways, there's a whole lot of things in life that could go wrong. You can get the virus, you can get the flu, you can get AIDS, there's a lot of things, your asthma, epilepsy, heart problems, cancer. There's a lot of things in and out of your control that can go wrong in life, but really there's one way to live healthy. Like, there's just good health, and that's all you got on the good side. So I'm chilling at the crib or whatever, and I'm thinking about fear, which in my opinion is probably one of the worst unease. Some people, by definition, if you take the prefix off, disease, you could probably get out of life, and that all humans really experience. I define fear, man. You define fear in Google. It is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. Basically, synonyms: anxiety means the feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. Worry is to give way to anxiety or unease, and to allow your mind to dwell on difficulty or troubles. When you're under the influence of fear, anxiety, or worry, your brain sends a signal to your adrenal glands to release adrenaline and other stress hormones. Your brain sends these signals basically when it feels you're under a threat, or you're scared of something, or you get excited, like sexual pleasure. So my bad, guys. I don't know, man. It looked like a wasp, but so everybody knows about adrenaline and everything. I don't know, maybe you're a football player, basketball player, you're at the state champs or something like that. Maybe you're in the NFL, you're running the Olympics. The Olympics is running right now. For them street racers out there, the motorcycle riders, you can kind of get the adrenaline feel. So adrenaline's okay when you have it maybe over a span of, I don't know, 30 seconds or something like that. It's a response from your body. It's perfectly normal. But when you take fear, anxiety, worry, and stress, and you take that and turn it into a long-term thing, stressing over a lack of money, stressing over your health, stressing over family members, stressing over your marital issues, whatever it may be that you feel makes you feel anxious, you're worrying about it, or you're afraid something's going to happen, this is going to cause you to push adrenaline. Let's just say push adrenaline. Like we said, short term's not so bad, but long term can really cause you problems. Our bodies aren't designed to handle adrenaline over long periods of time. As you probably already know, those short term adrenaline pushes, they increase your heart rate. Some people, have been recorded as doing extraordinary things under adrenaline, like lifting cars. I know you heard a story about lifting cars off of babies and stuff like that. Okay, that's cool. But when you're under long-term stress and you're actually living with fear and anxiety and worry, it can lead to a whole different life. Okay, so right now, okay, I know y'all done heard them drug commercials where you take the drug and then 6 months later we find out there's actually an issue with the drug, and we kind of had a backup lawyer who's not really on our side, who's going to take clients who may have experienced these symptoms from drugs. So I'm going to give you a quick commercial break on symptoms of fear, anxiety, and worry. Okay, let's do that. Have you or one of your loved ones been a victim of fear, and instead of letting faith cure your fear, decided to live under the fear, ultimately experiencing the following: mood disorders, sleep disturbances, anxiety that shrinks your hippocampus, which is a portion of your brain that deals with memory and learning, strokes, heart attacks, weakened immune system, depression, high blood pressure, ulcers, skin conditions, insomnia, jaw clenching, grinding teeth, neck ache, dizziness, lightheadedness, sexual dysfunction for the ladies, irregular periods, dry mouth, rashes, fatigue, weight gain or loss without dieting, difficulty breathing, and frequent colds and infections, with emotional symptoms, frequent crying spells, anger, sadness, racing thoughts, hostility, frustration, depression, mood swings, irritability, sadness, lack of focus, insecurity, forgetfulness, loneliness, feelings of being overwhelmed, suicidal thoughts, and excessive worries. If so, call Jesus. Okay, so now that we're done with that, I do not want to fail to mention that your brain sends signals to your adrenal gland to release this adrenaline, excuse me, only when your brain perceives a threat, okay? I want to put emphasis on perceives a threat because the threat doesn't have to be an actual physical threat, but the threat can be an imaginable threat, okay? So, with that being said, there are over 350 times in the Bible where fear is mentioned, saying don't be afraid, be not afraid, things like that. One of my favorite parts of the Bible where they mention fear and not being afraid is when Jesus is in the boat with the disciples and the storm cart start coming through and Hurricane Katrina type deals going down or whatnot, and they like screaming, "Oh, Jesus, wake up, wake up!" And Jesus wake up, and you know the Gospels kind of tell it a little different. Some of the Gospels say that he calmed the storm first. Some of them say that he started talking to him first. But either way, he asked them, "Yo, what's the issue, man? Why are y'all afraid?" He said, "Why are y'all afraid?" I believe the Gospel of Luke says he asked them, "Where's your faith?" And then calm the storm first. So the issue was resolved. But he asked, "Where's your faith?" Okay, why are these two things in this verse together? It's two things in this verse together because faith and fear cannot exist together. Fear is actually being afraid of a threat and the outcome of the threat, and taking in the possibility of negative outcomes happening, things that you don't want to happen, right? Okay. Faith in the word, I think it's Hebrews 11:1 maybe, says the substance of things you hope for and the evidence of what you cannot see. That's what it says faith is. That's basically saying it is absolutely knowing that God has already made the solution for your problem. It's basically saying it's already knowing that that your problem is going to be okay. You look at Romans 8:28, it says we know that all things work out good for those who love God. So you put faith in Romans 8:28 together, it says I already know that everything's going to work out good, so how can you fear if you have the faith in Hebrews 11:1 that's described that Christian is supposed to have, right? Okay, 1 Corinthians 10:13 says the temptations in your life are no different from what others experience, and God is faithful. He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand, and when you're tempted, he's always going to show you a way out so that you can endure. That's for a different type of fear, but still, it's saying God already made your way out. There's nothing for you to be afraid of. So God's asking you, yo, God's asking us rather, yo, why are you afraid? Where's your faith at, man? Show me your faith, and then I can show you your resolution. Okay, so I figure, okay, I make this vlog, I gotta at least give him the antidote, right? Okay, so I got a formula. I got a quick, easy formula for every time you get afraid. When you get afraid, when you get that bill in the mail, you know you ain't got no money to pay it. It might be your car note. You know you don't want your car to get taken away. Okay, when you go to the doctor, you get that bad report, and they say, man, your ankle ain't doing too good, bruh. Your back ain't doing too good, bruh. We don't know about this. We got to give you another painkiller. Okay, I got your solution. Please go to Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 and 7. For those of you with that Butter Bible app on your cell phone or on your iPod, you can turn to the New Living Translation, which is the translation I'm going to be using from, because it blatantly just states this out. Philippians 4, 6, and 7. I'm trying to turn there if y'all just give me a little bit of time. I'm going to cut this part out. Alright, Philippians chapter 4, 6, and 7. Okay, just 6, really. Just 6, really. Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. First part of the verse. Do not worry about anything. I didn't think I was really going to need to say anything more about that. Okay? So here's the formula. Every time you confront your fear, your problem, your issue, your worry, your anxiety, don't pop a pill. I got another thing for you, okay? 3 things. First thing you do, pray about everything. Look at Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. It says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. That means everything small from, I don't know, oh man, I need some air in my tire or something, and I really pray I don't run over no nail. Or something is as serious as, man, one of my family members in critical condition at the hospital. God, I trust you. Pray about everything. Number 2 thing in verse 6 is tell God what you need. Okay, so you confront your fear. You say, I'm about to pray. Let me talk to God. God, how you doing today? Thank you for everything. Number 2 thing is tell God what you need. God, I really need you to make sure I don't run over no nails. Or, God, I really need you to touch my son right now. He in critical condition in ICU, and I really need you to touch my son because I just really need my son to come home with me next week. Okay, number 2, tell God what you need. Number 3, thank him for all he's done. God, thank you for letting me not run over no nail even though I'm about to leave my house right now. God, thank you for bringing my son out of critical condition, ICU, at whatever hospital he at, even though he's still in the hospital right now. You thank him in advance. As you confronting your fear, you thank him in advance. So instead of giving in to the fear, now you are showing God your faith. You are pushing your faith. You're increasing your faith right now. Okay, let's go over the formula one more time. Okay, you confront your fear. You open the bill in the mail. It say you owe such and such financial $376.52 by next week Tuesday. Okay, number 1, pray about everything. Our Father who art in heaven, God, we really appreciate you giving us grace and mercy. Number 2, tell God what you need. We really appreciate you giving us grace and mercy. God, I really need you to pay my car note so I can keep going to work, so I can keep sending my tithes and keep blessing other people, God. I really need this car note paid, and I know I ain't got no money, but I know you're going to provide. Number 3, thank him for what he's done. God, thank you for paying my car note in advance. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. I'll let your boy.